All right, last question for exam 4 review. On March 1, Cooper Company borrows $90,000 from New National Bank by signing a 6-month, 8% interest-bearing note. Instructions: prepare the necessary entries below associated with the notes payable on the books of Cooper Company. And there's an A, a B, and a C. So we're going to do all three. So A, prepare the entry on March 1 when the note was issued. Okay, so remember, this one here says that it was, they borrowed $90,000. So that's going to be cash, right? They're going to get cash. But remember, a note, if you're, I'm thinking back to notes receivable. Yeah, you're only going to have cash. That's right. I was thinking how notes receivable, you know, you could buy equipment or you could buy inventory or things like that. Okay, so this is going to be for cash. So this is A. So March 1, you're going to debit cash, $90,000. And you are going to credit notes payable, $90,000. Okay, so that's A. B says, prepare any adjusting entries necessary on June 30th in order to prepare the semi-annual financial statements. Assume no other interest accruals have been made. All right. So you ask yourself, when was the last time interest was done? If they don't tell you, you assume it's never been done. But in this problem, they tell us the last time interest was done was never. So no interest has ever been done. So if no interest has ever been done, you go from the date the interest was done to the date, or the date the interest was last done to the date you're doing the interest, but it was never done. So you go from the origination date of the note to the date you're doing the interest. So origination date of note was March 1, right? Date you're doing the interest is June 30th, right? So from March to June is all of March, all of April, all of May, and all of June. 4 months, right? And this is a month note. Remember how I was saying how if it's a month note, the 12 goes in the denominator. If it's a year note, the 12 goes in the denominator. If it's a day note, 360 goes in the denominator. So for this one, it is a month note. So 12 is going to go in the denominator. So this is where we have principal times rate times time, just like face value times rate times time, right? So in this case, the principal of the note is $90,000. Okay. The rate is 8%. And the time is equal to something over 12, right? And in this case, it's 4 over 12 because we had the 4 months, right? So 4 over 12 reduces down to 0.25. Okay, so 4 over 12. I'm going to 4 over 12, right? Got that. Okay. So we have $90,000 times 0.08 times 0.25. It's equal to $2,400. Okay. So $2,400 is the amount of interest. So on B, for June 30th, we are going to debit interest expense for $2,400. We're going to credit interest payable for $2,400. Okay, so that's the interest on June 30th. And then C, prepare the entry to record payment of the note at maturity. So whenever you're paying off a note, the first thing you ask yourself is the interest current? Is the interest current? Paying off note, ask, is the interest current? So go from the last time interest was done to the date of payment. So if we look at this problem, the last time interest was done was June 30th, right? So June 30th was the last time interest was done. We are paying off the loan at maturity. And how do we know what maturity is? Well, maturity, if they did the note on March 1st, maturity is going to be all of March, all of April, all of May, all of June, all of July, all of August. So they're going to pay the note on September 1. So they're paying the note on September 1. They're paying the note on September 1. Last time interest was done was June 30th. So is there a gap in time? Yes. Okay. So from September 1 to June, from June 30th, from June 30th to September 1, we've got all of July, all of August. We've got 2 months. 2 months. So we need to do an entry to bring the interest current for 2 months. So we're going to take the same formula we did before, principal times rate times time, and instead of being 2 months. And let's see, what is the, let's see, hold on a second here. It's 0.16667 for the multiplier for 2/12. So it's 0.16667. Okay. So that comes to $1,200. Now, do not be tempted to look at the problem and go, oh, wait, last time it was 4 months and it was $2,400. Now it's only 2 months, so half of $2,400 is $1,200. In this problem, it happens to work, but it does not always work that way, okay? You have to be very careful because sometimes if there's odd numbers, it's not going to come out right, okay? So $1,200 is the amount of the current interest that you need to do an entry for. You don't do a separate entry for that when you're paying off the loan, okay? What you do is you do an entry that encompasses that as well, all right? So this is for C. So on September 1, you are going to debit notes payable to clear out the note. And you're debiting notes payable for the $90,000. Okay. You're going to debit interest payable to get rid of that interest amount that you did previously, which was the $2,400. Okay, you're going to clear that out. We're going to get rid of that $2,400. We're then going to debit interest expense for the amount of interest that you just figured out. Okay, and that's to bring the interest expense current. So that's going to be for $1,200, the amount you just figured out. And then we are going to credit cash for the total of all of those. So we're going to be paying $93,600, which is the total of the note, the total of the interest payable of $2,400, and the total of the interest expense. All right, so that's the question number 1. So we did them in backwards order. Question number 6, no multiple choice on the exam, so that's the last exam question.